Hi everyone, it's Øyvind Martinsen here and welcome to this develop session in Adobe Lightroom. I'm gonna work on a photo from Dovrefjell in Norway, recently taken in September 2020, and as we can see there are a little bit of snow here. We have some red leaves, we have the beautiful trees behind here, and let's go to work. So I'm gonna slide up to the top here, and the first thing I'm going to do is to warm up the tones, the color temperature with a little bit warmer tones to make the autumn colors pop out more. I go to the temperature, slide it to the right around here, and I want to lift the exposure a little bit, so lift it up here on the exposure, get a more happy tone, and we can increase the contrast, drag it up to around 21, and I want to lift the shadows a little bit, not too much, shadows a little bit lighter. You see, this is too much, this is too much the other way, and let's see here, I think we're around here, and then we increase the clarity up to around 25, and the vibrance, it will boost up the colors but not too much, around 45 here, and now we have better colors. Can increase the saturation, the overall saturation, flip it up. Good, it's already much better. So let's go further down. We are in the HSL section, the hue, saturation, luminance section, and here on the hue I can change the color tone within each color. In the saturation section I can increase or decrease the color, for example the red, orange, yellow, green, aqua, blue, purple and magenta. And I can also lighten or darken each color tone. Let's say I want darker red, I can drag it down, or lighter red, I can drag it up. So I want to drag red a little bit up, so the red leaves pop out even more, and we have a better contrast in colors. A little bit up here, like this, not too much, +5 is fine. And also I want to lift the orange tone, so I go to orange, drag it to the right side, and you see here, this is too much. This is better. Lift it up on the yellow. Then we go to the saturation. I want lift it on the red, lift it on orange, and I want a little bit on the yellow. Alright, it's better now, and I want to sharpen image, and that's under the detail section. I go to the amount, drag it up to 58, and 58 there, and the radius 1.1, and I'm going to use the masking tool, which is areas in the picture that will not be sharpened. So I press down the option button and I drag the slider, and the dark areas you see here will not be sharpened. So I drag it up to around 40, because the blank surfaces like the sky or water surfaces or clouds doesn't need any sharpening, so we get better image quality when we use that tool. So far so good. And I want to go down to the lens correction, and the first I tick is the box here. That's for the profile correction on the lens. Each lens has its deviations, and we can correct them here. So see, I click it here, see what happens. Back and forth here. So I also want to remove the chromatic aberration, and that can be color lines that appears between the landscape and the horizon. So I tick that box, so it looks good. Also want a little bit of vignette, that's under effects here. So drag the vignette amount to the left here. You see this is too much, this is the other way, and just a little bit to the left, a little bit darker in the at the edges of the frame. -6, that's fine. Then I keep the viewer inside the frame instead of lead the eyes to the edges of the frame. And now let's fine-tune something. So I want to use the brush here, the brush tool, and I want to work here on the forest. I want to lift the exposure here on the forest a little bit up. So I am at exposure plus 0.2 there. Click this back to 0. Same with highlights can be get there. Okay, then I start here. I start to paint over the forest. You see it will be a little bit lighter, and the trees pop up even more. Let me see one more time here. You can fine-tune the area here. This is darker and this is lighter, so we can use our creative imagination here. I like it there. Maybe it's a little bit too much. A little bit down. Here I think. Now it's more balanced. So we lifted that section here with the trees, and I want to make a new brush. I click here on the new, and I want to lift the exposure here on the orange tones here. So I paint over here and drag a line over here. See, now this line is much stronger in the composition. And also lift a little bit here, a little bit here. Yes, I think that's it. Now let's take a look at the frame in full frame, and I press the F button on the keyboard. Yes, that's very good. So go back. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button below the video here, and please share it and like it, and I see you in another video. Thank you.